Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Seth.
Welcome
Good
back.
morning.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Perfect.
That's great to hear. Okay, let's see what we have here today.
Maybe EJ, but I think I cannot trade anyways because I have some restricted news on my FTMO.
Oh, there's news coming up.
It's CHF news, but I don't know how does it work. I have to talk with FTMO.
And Euro
Oh,
news.
yeah, also your news.
Yeah.
There's a lot of news.
Today is full of news. Even with GJ, we have news at 10:30, at 1 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. Like it's a news day today.
And someone knows how it works with FTMO. If let's say if there are news for CHF, can I trade like Euro USD or something? Something not correlated, or or it's just restricted.
To be honest, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think you can't trade during the news, open positions
Yeah, this
after
is
the
what
news are
this
released.
say, but I was thinking if some not related pairs, but I think it is just not to trade
Yeah, I think
and
it's just during. I think if you have a position already before news, it doesn't matter. But
no,
during it,
it looks what I understood is like you cannot do any order like buy, sell, your stop loss or take profits are also orders, so you cannot do anything 2 minutes before and 2 minutes after the news. So for this 4 minutes you cannot even realize your stop loss or something.
okay.
Yeah, because it's also the some positions.
Well, that's good. I mean, because I think I think people will try to gamble on the news and fill up accounts.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's
But
good that they made that
I
rule.
have to look on this. Earlier I didn't. I mean, we looked at the news, but yeah.
Oh, it's good. It was crazy last night, especially gold. Pushed a lot, then dropped a lot. So let's see what's happening here. What we can do, what we can't.
Yeah, GJ is setting up nicely.
Yeah, nice, GJ.
Now it looks good. Next hour, but next hour it can fly.
Yeah, the thing is that we have news the whole day, so I'm not sure, like, what's gonna happen. Like, it would be nice to uh, see something like this again, like this new candle, like this one.
Yeah, but 10:30 in 1.5 hours we again have some GBP news, so
Yeah, that's the problem.
it have to wait for us, and GJ will not probably.
Yeah, the only players, yeah.
USDCAD is almost at support now. There's nothing there to look at. It's not good. Now I'm gonna go through all pairs. GBP US dollar looks like it closed above this resistance with a 9 pip breakout, almost 10 pips, and it looks like already did the retest too on the yesterday's level.
Yeah, it could still come. I just didn't. I just was looking at this rejection level here, so that's why I thought.
No, it's actually really good. I think it's gonna continue fill this range here. 20 pip range. Should be easy for Geo from what I see, but I guess we're a little bit late, even though it's 3 minutes in. The 4-hour look, the 4-hour close very strong, just a sign that there's good momentum. What about EU here? Looks like it's making a retest. It's making a retest of the zone yesterday, of this consolidation zone. If this move wasn't from the news, I'd say okay, maybe we can consider taking sells here on the retest. A daily full pullback of the previous one. What do you think about EJ? EJ broke the level that we're waiting for so long, I guess it close above.
Yeah, I don't trade EJ, that's why I didn't see it, but it looks like it was good.
Yeah, this level is very, very nice. I was waiting for it to break, but I mean the breakout is not that bad. It's 5 pips, more than 5 maybe if you look at it, but didn't make that retest.
This I would have missed the entry with my...
Yeah, but it didn't come enough.
Yeah, exactly.
It didn't come enough. If it would come enough.
Anyways, in 30 minutes we have read the Euro news and
yeah.
True.
This news is gonna mess up everything today, because 25 minutes we have news. In 50 minutes we have more news. In an hour and 20 minutes we have more news. Some more news, interest rate decision.
I don't know if you saw, but Akash wants to go in.
I'm accepting him for like 10 times now, but his PC is having problem. I don't know if you see him, but there's like 5 Akash joining and still he can't join. Now he's in.
Maybe it's like antivirus, or
I don't know. He's the only one that has a problem like this. Yeah, but there's a lot of news today. It's gonna affect the market. It's not gonna be easy to trade here. We gotta be careful. I like that EJ broke this level. It's pretty big, major level. If you look at the 4-hour too, it's very nice. Hopefully the news not gonna destroy the whole setup and leave us with nothing, but we're gonna wait and see. NZD US dollar has been very, very bad lately. There's a lot of consolidations here, but one crazy thing here that we still are respecting this level. Even look at the news yesterday. We got this whole push, ended up closing below, then boom, came all the way up again and still got rejected on the same level. And now we're pushing again. We might still consider this a zone for a break and retest. I think it's a good level for the future. Let's see, we gotta find something that the news are not gonna affect. something clear.
GJ is clear, but it's next hour we have some news.
Yeah, and so there's interest rate decision soon. It's gonna be a mess. Yeah, I guess GJ can be good. There's a good level. Honestly, it's a good level. 150. This nice consolidation. The news in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, so if this breaks, means that there's only 20 minutes left till the news after. And it's not enough. Don't you think it's too risky to trade today? It is. Actually, it is pretty risky to trade today, but look, the news are going to be done. The Euro news are going to be done in 1 hour. There's no more Euro news, but then there's GBP news, and there's some more GBP news. Then we have a gap of I don't know, 3-4 hours, so we can trade something. Then you have CAD news, then you have USD news. Then you have more USD news. To be honest, I would take a day off today. It's just gonna be hard to find a setup here and not be worried about the news.
Can be as well that because of so many news, the market can be affected even in the 3 hours between the news.
It can. The thing is, the news come and then the news are done, and you have a gap until the next news are gonna come. But still, the market was affected by the news. So the moves that were done were by the news. So it's still risky even in between that time where you don't have the news.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah, because we've seen a lot of times when you have the move from the news, it end up to recover that whole news and not like continue or something.
Yeah, I had the stop loss like last week because of this. I was thinking maybe just if we see that the news now don't move the market that much, maybe.
Look,
Let's see the first reaction.
the move happened from the news.
Yeah.
But technically it was going up, right?
Yeah.
And G was going up, and then the news came and boom, you have a whole push. Look what's happening after the news now. It's slowly climbing up again. That's what was doing before the news. So it's still trying to push up again, even that the news pushed it to the downside. So sometimes the news can affect a certain pair just in that moment, and after you can still get the move that it was previously doing, which was going to the upside. Even though it was not some kind of big push to the upside, then the news bring it down, but that's what was happening. And also GU is rejecting this pretty big support, so it's not going to be easy to go down. This 1 hour setup here on GU is not bad at all. I like it, but I don't know how safe this is to take now because of the news coming up. Because pairs that have news now can just be stuck until the news are done, not give that much move. Look at EU here. It has a very nice level. Unfortunately, we're gonna have a lot of news. Even though most of the time we have these kind of news on Euro, but they don't make a huge difference. There's a lot of times when you have high impact news on Euro and nothing happens. We're gonna find out soon if something's gonna happen or not, but usually there's no big news from big moves from these kind of news on Euro.
Like if you want to see GU on the 4 hour.
Yeah.
So if you go on the 4 hour lower, like make the screen smaller, like I can see more, exactly, even more, yeah, exactly, here. So last week I took a trade on the 4 hour on this level here. So this was the level for me on the 4 hour.
Yeah.
And this one was the break, but it was a news break. So when I retrace, I entered here, and you know, the price was starting from here from the news, so it just went back up, you know. And
so you took.
I risked just really little, just because I knew it was news. But
Yes, thing is, it was also not an easy trade, because see on the left you have a pretty strong resistance also on the left. Yeah, and if it was from the news, of course it was way more risky.
Yeah, exactly. That the whole move up was from the news. So, and after the news, the 2 hours after, it just eat the move.
So this was the one, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see this, there was no sort of rejection at all here. Price just straight to the downside.
Just enter and straight to stop loss.
Yeah, I can see. Even though it looked great, like a nice push, clean break above.
You know, and the retrace, the entry was here at half of the big volume candle, but yeah, it just went here, and that was the move, the news move. This one was the news move, and it just hit straight away.
Yeah. Look, it's always, that's why we created this kind of rule for ourselves when we don't want to take a break and retest, that when a breakout happens from the news, there's always more risk involved in that, and there's a bigger chance that it might end up in a fakeout, because just based on the previous experience we had, it almost all the time it used to do that, except for sometimes when price, let's say it's already pushing, it's in an uptrend, and the news also come in favor where price is going, and let's say the price is just struggling to break a zone, the news can kind of, you know, give it a little push to break and continue. So if the overall analysis, technical analysis, or bullish, the news come also for the price to go bullish, it kind of helps it. But when price is going up and suddenly you're getting whole push to the downside from the news, usually it's going to recover at the same price it was previously. And this has happened for years, year after year after year. We've seen it a lot, and that's why we decided that we're gonna just stay away when news happens. You know, I never wanted to go deep in fundamentals, just because in the beginning I was not that good with the language. Like I knew how to speak and everything, but not perfectly to understand if I saw some kind of news. So I just decided to stay away from the news. Whenever there's news, I'm just gonna stay away and not touch the market at all. Since I don't have enough information, I don't want to get involved in something that I don't really know what's happening. Because there might be a move happening and I have no idea why, because I don't understand the news, so I just decided to stay away. But little by little, you learn the basics, but still I think you don't need to know fundamentals a lot in order to be profitable. There's one day full of news and you have another 3-4 day without any kind of news, so pretty much you can just trade technicals all the time. Skip those days when there's a lot of news and it shouldn't be a problem. But people like volatility. People like to get involved when something big is happening, but there's news, because of course everyone thinks that they can make something out of it, like watching gold push this much and move this much. I bet so many people try to make something out of it and take the chance while it's moving this much, but this can easily blow your account. This can easily blow your account, and especially I bet that after price pushed this much and then came back, people bought gold thinking that it's gonna continue up again, but it ended up going all the way to the downside.
Yeah, I see Raja. He trades a lot news on gold, so he usually put a buy stop and a sell stop at the same time, with and just trade in that way. But there are many different ways to trade actually, so it depends which one you are more consistent and profitable. That's the most important.
Trading the news with pending orders, it's again maybe one way to trade the news.
Yeah.
It can be sometimes safe, sometimes can be very dangerous. Very dangerous with gold. Less dangerous with USDCAD. We used to trade the news, but only CAD news, where there's this interest rate decision, because CAD, USDCAD especially, or CADJPY, when there was CAD news, USDCAD would only move in like one direction straight. Either straight to the upside or straight to the downside. It wouldn't move like gold does, that activates both of your orders, buy stops and sell stops, because it pushes like 50 pips to the downside, then goes 100 pips to the upside. That's what USDCAD on CAD news doesn't do. Maybe on USD news, but when there's only CAD news, it was pretty safe to trade USDCAD with buy stops and sell stops. So we used to do it sometimes. I used to do it. Lately, it's not been moving that much on the news USDCAD, so not bothering at all to try to trade it. You traded FTMO, FOMC and got slipped. Yeah, gold did the same thing yesterday like it did a few days before. Probably a lot of people got slipped on gold, because first it pushed all the way down, and then it pushed all the way to the upside. It then pushed all the way down again. I was just playing with people. Can you help me to get the same digital clock you have on your stream, please? Where do you want to put it, my friend? The digital clock.
I don't see it. Where is that?
Digital clock is on the stream only.
Ah, okay.
The digital clock can be put on the stream, not on your like PC. I think so. I'm not sure.
You can, yeah.
AUDJPY looks nice. It looks nice and not that nice. If AUDJPY breaks above, we gotta have a very nice close and convincing close. Otherwise, the next level is not that far. We see, no, actually it's around 20 pips, yeah, almost 30 pips. That's good. Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Can you see here on the 1 hour? And I have a question about this. So I was analyzing this morning 1 hour. Can you put a level here just for a 1 hour level?
Yeah, sure.
The price was today and so a bit higher, so at this level here. So I was watching about the break here, but I was not comfortable because I saw that it already faked out here, and even here it didn't care, and plus the wicks twice here. So I thought this level, that's why it's not really strong, or I shouldn't not consider it. What do you think? Is it a good way, good thinking way, or?
You had a lot of reason to not trust this, and maybe
Okay.
you were right, because it did fake once. Second time didn't respect the level at all. Here it did respect the level, and then you had this breakout. The thing is, this can be, let's say, counted as a level, but there's only also this one just a little below that. I would probably not take it either, because just not the zone is not that strong to convince me to take this.
Yeah.
Because about the breakout, it was not bad. It was not bad.
Yeah, I like the breakout, but
Like 5-6 pips in AUDJPY is not bad. But no, I think I wouldn't take it either. Look,
Okay.
these are secondary pairs, and
Yes.
secondary pairs are more likely to give fakeouts. So only if you see a very clean setup, you go for it. Otherwise, trying to find a setup pretty hard, taking you too much time to find a setup on that, it's not worth it at the end. It's not worth taking the trade if you're just having a lot of problems to find a setup there. The good setups are easy to spot. You can see them right away. It doesn't take you a second to think. You want to put digital clock on your stream. Look, there's a website. Here you go, my friend. Go here. It is, you get a link there and you put it on your stream, and the digital clock will show up after. You have some widgets there. for stream. Do you think gold will go further to the downside? Further to the downside? It might, I don't know. Everything can happen. It just, gold made a lot of sense yesterday to get rejected, you know. Just because of this zone, it was so strong. I wanted to see a rejection here because it made sense. It made sense to respect this level. Look how strong it is. And it did. So basically, if you look at the technicals, you had a very, very strong breakout on the daily. And this level was no joke, it's strong. Then you get to retest this level. Technically, we have to move and fill the range first. Then you have another level, and slowly it can go all the way to the downside. But I don't have enough information about gold, so I don't know about long term. We can say, okay, we got 2 rejections on the daily already, 1, 2, and the last one also closed bearish. You can expect a bigger move to the downside, or you can expect to continue to the downside for a little bit more, at least to fill this range. Otherwise, right now there's nothing big happening. Euro news 9:30 are in. Let's see what's happening with euro. Boom, bad results. EU is dropping. It is having some effect, that's for sure. As we can see, euro is dropping because we have bad news. So worse than expected. Worse than expected, EU is trying to melt here. What site? myfxbook.com is the site that I use to watch the news. Samuel, myfxbook.com, my friend. I sent it on the chart earlier. You think Euro is going to fake the sellers? I don't know. But I know that there's more news on Euro coming up, so it's not done yet. There's more news coming. It had a small effect, but not that big if you look at it. So it's less than 20 pips. If the news is not gonna make a huge impact, 20 pips move is nothing. 20 pips is almost nothing. AUDJPY will be epic. What? Let me see. Let me see something good is cooking. We have this level here on AUDJPY, and it's pretty big and a little bit too far right now. The 1 hour maybe has this small zone, but unless it breaks that 4 hour zone, I'm not gonna be very interested, because now it's on the 1 hour, it's not clear.
GJ looks good, sorry. Yeah. But the news, of course.
Yeah, I was looking at GJ, he looks very good.
54 minutes left. Once it closes, you only have 20 minutes left. Yeah, I think GBP is gonna have big moves today. Interest rate decision, PMI, there's a lot of news.
If you want to see CADJPY, it's
CADJPY, yeah.
But this move is from the news, so that's great.
From what news?
I mean, it's not news on CADJPY, but this big move, it's like in the same time, it moved the same time Europe was moving. So I don't know if in some ways can be correlated.
I mean, the 1 hour looks clean.
Yeah.
We do have a nice level here.
Yeah. That's the level I saw.
CADJPY doesn't have any news right now. It's gonna close very strong. This candle is 18 pips. This is crazy actually, because the CADJPY doesn't have a candle of 20 pips that looks so small. But this 18 pips, if it comes for retest here, I'll take it. I'll take, because if it rejects here, I can use the 10 pip stop loss here, and just filling the wick, it's 25 pips almost. We can get double here. A risk 1 to get 2. Yeah, it's going crazy, like 1 candle, 25 pips. No, this candle is 30 pips. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's the CAD is being very strong. If you look at AUDJPY, you have the opposite chart.
Yes. USDCAD is also dropping, so.
Yeah.
But as a breakout is perfect. Like we should reject at least like 10 pips when we get to this level. And if you just flip here, you get 25 pips. But you don't really need all that. All you need is this move, 10 pips here. Get 1% and move on. We'll see how it closes. Maybe it leaves a small wick also.
You think it's not already to the next level, like for our next level?
I don't really see anything big to be worried. Let me see. The thing is that the line is all going through candles and doesn't seem like there's a good enough zone to say that we're getting rejected.
Maybe the 4 hour is...
Let me see the 4 hour. The 4 hour pretty much the same. I don't see a zone, a clean zone there. It just seems a zone lower than that. This one.
Yeah.
To the upside, it looks clean traffic here.
I see the 4 hour, but in the very past, so maybe it doesn't make. This is not important.
Yeah, it's all the way here.
Yeah, that's the one. Exactly.
It's August. We're almost at the end of September. I think we're good. Based on momentum we have here, I think if it comes for retest, we're gonna get a rejection of 10 pips at least. We should get one. We'll see. If there was a big zone getting rejected from, that would be different, but I don't see one. All CAD pairs are going crazy right now.
I don't know if you already looked at AUDJPY as well.
I did, but I didn't see anything really good here. This level on 1 hour, it's not that bad, but we have the next one pretty close.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see how it closes, then we can make a decision maybe. This level here is not that strong. I don't know how much we can trust it. Man, see, you have so many good setups coming, and it's the day for the news today. You get so many news at the same time, so many setups are coming, and everything gets untouchable. How to say? We can't touch anything just because of news.
Yeah,
so unfortunate.
Because news is volume, and we trade volume, so I think it's a bit like it's normal that news, we have big candles, and most of the time big candles break levels.
For the CADJPY, you were expecting the retest at price 86.267 in order to go long. In CADJPY, we're expecting a retest around 460, not 267. 267 is too low. We have a zone above that. We have this zone above that, and there are a lot of rejections here. Lastly, we didn't have a rejection at all currently, so price went straight to the upside. It's gonna close around 15 pips above. It's gonna be a pretty big pullback, and that's one more thing for us, because if there's a big pullback, at least we gotta have a small rejection after the retest here. Like we can get an easy 10 pips, and a stop loss can be put just below here. So I'm not expecting a full pullback of the previous candle, because wouldn't make sense after having this bullish momentum here. So it makes sense when it comes for a retest to have some more continuation. How about AUDCAD? Strong breakdown. Yeah, but do you have hopes that AUDCAD is gonna come back? It's gonna be pretty hard. But anyway, it's a good level. It's a very strong level. The whole problem with these CAD pairs is, are they gonna come for retest? Because so much momentum right now, and they've gone a little too far. And looks like the next level is all the way down here somewhere. So that's a big range, more than 30 pips. It's around 35 pips, yeah. It's a big range. We'll see what happens, because this is a good, it's a good setup. Good setup, good soup. See, it's a 20 pip range from where price is right now. So if it comes for retest here, if we enter, we can use around 10 pip stop loss. All we need is a 10 pip move. Even though it's a 35 pip range, no traffic to the downside, we can easily fill the range here. But now you can see it's closer to support than to this resistance. So maybe a small rejection, leave a small wick, come for retest, then go on and continue and fill the range. The 462 price, the retest, is that based on the resistance on the 4 hour or 1 hour? It's based on both, I think. See the 4 hour? The same thing is on the 1 hour too. A level around here, it's not there. Maybe if it comes here now, I'll just skip. But before that, we didn't have any kind of zone to be worried. I don't know what the hell is happening. It's 35, almost 40 pip push. Wait. Look at this. It's working with this represented and proposed central bank digital currency. See, this is the danger about cryptocurrencies now, that every country can create their own currency or cryptocurrency, and then all the other cryptos are gone. They just create their own and easy. A lot of countries have done that by now, even last year or so. Some countries, they have their own digital currency now. Their own coins. it's never good to have this much quiet, to be this much quiet on the markets, because something big is gonna happen, especially on GBP. Ten minutes more Euro news. See, we had the news before. Bad news. If this comes bad also, I mean, there has to be a bigger drop on EU. You'd rather take GJ than CAD pairs. Well, I would like to take GJ too, but I mean, we can't right now. It is not possible. USDCAD is also going below this 4-hour zone. All the CAD pairs are breaking. They are all breaking out now. USDCAD. Herman, yeah. See, now if it breaks this too, we have like a double confirmation. One confirmation from us, one from you, and USDCAD is about to melt to the downside. No, I saw the link. It was not censored or anything. USDCAD coming from another zone. I see what you're talking about. I see. You're talking about this probably. Might close below that too. One more hour after this close, and we're gonna have the 4-hour closes. Gonna be interesting to see what happens, you know. I'm gonna wait for CADJPY. When price is making the retest, that's it for me. I don't need anything else. Any kind of action or pattern to see, to go on the 30-minute or anything like that. I just want price to come here. While price is here, I enter and price goes all the way to the upside. I don't need to see any kind of action in a lower time frame or anything. I just want price to come here. Once it comes, I put my orders, I put a stop loss below support, and we wait for the move to the upside. Nothing else. Watch the yesterday trade we took here. Hello Bruno, welcome back. Pairs to focus today. Right now we're looking at CADJPY here. It has a pretty big breakout and it came close to the next zone, but has another 10 pips range until that one, leaving a small wick about to close in 4 minutes. We're expecting a retest here. I don't know if we get that, but hopefully we can use a 10 pip stop loss and we should have at least like 15-20 pip pullback here after the retest. Yeah, Lezak, we're skipping USDCAD. USDCAD a little bit more complicated. Okay guys, we have a close. We have a close. We have some news. We have plenty of things. More bad news for Euro. More bad news. Euro should drop, but not every time when the news or a certain result market goes that way. That's one thing that happens. There are a lot of times news can be good and price can still drop or something like that. So you can't really base your trading. Let's say, oh, news is bad, I'm gonna take this and this, because a lot of times the opposite happens. That's why it's risky to trade news. More GBP news coming in 25 minutes. Euro, it's not moving that much, seems like didn't have much effect as we expected. GBPJPY is making a retest, but we can't take it because there's news coming. It's so bad that we can take this. Looks so nice. Oh man, it looks so nice. Look at the retest happening on the 5 minutes, first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh man, it looks so nice.
Yeah,
So
but
unlucky.
Yeah, today I would not trade GBP at all. So this is major news later coming.
Yeah.
And it can be all manipulation up to that.
I would just skip the whole day, to be honest, because anything we take today, it's gonna be risky. There's so many more news, CAD news, USD news, USD news. It's full of news. I would not trade today, to be honest. If you guys are not in a hurry to take trades today, if you're not in some kind of challenge, would be the best to skip today. It's just we're not going to be certain in any kind of setup today because there's so many news and almost all pairs are getting affected now when there's some big news happening. It's not safe to trade today at all. And we don't really have anything. Nothing is happening right now.
USDJPY.
EJ came a little bit, but
I mean
too far.
USDJPY.
Yes, I'm going there now. UJ has so many levels in between, it's not okay. Look at this zone here, it's massive. So many rejections, it's a mess. Man, so good. It might even make the move before the news here.
Yeah, but still risky. I will not cry if it...
Yeah, see, there's the difference. If we take this and we take a loss, this loss hurts a lot because we didn't go by the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
So we just regret for our life here if we take it.
Tomorrow is another day.
News of GBP, it's coming in 20 minutes, something like that. Yeah. Take it with half risk? No. No half risk, no nothing. News gonna come. It's high impact. It's high impact. The next news on GBP are in almost 3 hours. Let's see if maybe this not gonna have big effects on the market. We'll see. Today it's gonna be slow. It's gonna be slow, I can see it. We're not gonna be able to take a setup or trade here stress-free. There's always gonna be news coming or something happening. It's gonna make things difficult for us. Not the best day to trade. Whoever took it, okay, good for you. But if you took a trade here, that tells me that you don't have enough patience. You know, that's going to be a problem for the long term. This place when you show yourself if you have enough patience or not. Herman, if we start 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., most of the time there's nothing happening at that time, cause I'm awake, you know. I'm at the charts from 6 a.m. and most of the time nothing happens. It just market is like sleeping. Cause I can start the stream earlier, but it's just nothing happening.
Yeah, sorry, I think this move was made by JPY, and if you see AUDJPY as well, would you take it?
Would I take who?
AUDJPY. This one, yeah. It happened the same as GBPJPY. That's why I think it's not like the move was because of JPY.
To be honest, I forgot about AUDJPY at all.
Oh, I was looking at it.
I forgot. If you just would say check AUDJPY or something. I forgot all about AUDJPY and did a perfect retest here.
Yeah.
Like we said that we have a 20 pip range.
Yes,
The breakout was good. We might have taken it. God. I was checking all the pairs and forgot to check AUDJPY. Shoot.
Yeah, because I went away from the computer for 5-10 minutes, so I thought you already talk about that and I didn't want to.
No. I was waiting for AUDJPY to see how it's gonna close, what's gonna happen. But then after I forgot to check it. I forgot. Yeah, nice move on GG, nice move. It's almost 20 pips. I said it's a shame that it happened now. It's a shame because this would have been a nice, perfect break and retest. What a shame of this news coming at this time. Look guys, GJ moved very nice right here. But there was like 5 times before this that when we took trades before the news, just 30 minutes before, we got stopped. So because of the bad experience, we skip it. We had this before. We took trades before the in this kind of situation when the news are 30 minutes earlier and you get a breakout. This doesn't have consistency. You win once, you lose 5 times. You win once, you lose 3-4 times. So we better just skip it. I know that it worked perfectly and it hurts to see this go so nice, but this is trading.
Yeah, to me this is very important to don't take it, because if I would have taken it and I would have had profit, that was being a reinforcement to a bad behavior.
Yeah, that's the thing, because you win this time and next time you're going to take it again. And next time you're going to take it again and again. And that creates a bad habit. And you're breaking the rules also. If you have a rule to not take it before the news. But yes, we had a lot of times when we got stopped in these kind of situations. So it's not a thing that works every time. And if it doesn't have a good win percentage, we skip, because it's like 50-50%, and that's basically gambling. Good morning. Euro GBP good sell setup. Euro GBP, the pair that we never trade. Right now nothing is happening. You have news, support not that bad. It needs to break this whole range here, then maybe you can look for something. But as you know, news are coming and there's more news, interest rate decision after that. So pretty big day for GBP. You gotta be careful. Samuel, 30 minutes is too far, you're saying. How much it took yesterday for GBP USD to work out? If you're thinking that 30 minutes is enough, or it is too far. GBP USD yesterday stayed 30 minutes at resistance. It didn't move at all. What if it was GBP USD yesterday? You don't get the move every time in the first few minutes. As the AUDJPY buys on the 1 hour, let me check. After it breaks, Afzal, you think about that? Think it's as the US dollar is breaking out also. It's breaking this resistance soon. it is pushing. If you look at AUDJPY and AUD US dollar, AUD US dollar has a way better level. So I'd rather maybe take AUD US dollar first. USDCAD is at support right now. Well, it's past support, but maybe the 4-hour might have a good setup here. If the 4-hour closes like this. But then we have two levels in between, which one to take first. It's a little bit complicated, so I'd rather stay away from USDCAD. It's not clean for me. There's a better setup right now, right here on AUD US dollar. A very nice level, respected every single time that price came here. We can consider taking buys after the break above. USDCAD. No, my friend, just skip USDCAD because it's already at the next zone here. So support right here. Just skip it. It's not clear. It's too messy right now.
About this one and the USD, if I look at the 4-hour, the level is a bit lower, so it would go at the beginning like the retest would be deeper than the opening on the 1-hour candle. That's my level there.
No, it's pretty much the same. It doesn't have a big difference, 2-3 pips. But I think we gotta base our entry based on the 1-hour. If it comes a little deeper, we can expect that because we know it's the 4-hour also, so it might come deeper, but it's not gonna come like too deep that can make a huge difference, I think. And needs to reject here from this 1-hour level. And it's pushing more, that's a great thing. 6 pips. If we close like 8-9 pips, even better. For USD news, we have time another 4 hours, so we might be clear to take this. At least this one, since it's pushing. But there's a lot of time until the end of the hour. Anything can happen. It might end up with a weak close just above and leave us with nothing. See what happens with GJ. It's another 8 minutes for this next news. As U is rising up before the news, can it be considered as something bullish when the news are announced? No, nothing can be considered that the news will be this or that. You can't think of like that, because there can be just some weird movement before the news. Nice as the US dollar. Localized, we're gonna have a nice close above. As the dollar for a couple of days stopped making new lows and it's consolidating. If it exceeds 0.728, we could have a change in trend. Let's take a look. Namaste, namaste. Someone is saying to say namaste. Yeah, Aussie dollar is pretty much the same as the US dollar. They have like same setup. Yeah, looks nice. Looks like it's gonna break this soon. Not bad to hold for a swing here. You set your stop based on the 4-hour lows zones or set? My stop is based on the zone that we have here. If we have support here, we can anticipate how deep price can come. We usually use 10-15 pips. We used to use 20, but usually lately, I mean, we don't have the need to use 20 pips most of the time. So what can we do here? I think we can use around 13-14 pips just to be sure that we don't get stopped from a deep pullback. So we can anticipate that price can come a little deeper and set stop below support. That's it. If you have support here, you set your stop below support. You anticipate that price might come a little deeper, so we don't put stop loss right below that because it's too close. Price can come a little deeper, then still reject. Or the 4-hour level can be a little lower, so we can think that price might come there, so we put our stop a little below. Or if it happens to be a fake out, if price closes back in the range, we have some room to work with it. So if it closes back in the range, you can come for a pullback here or a retest to continue down. Then you can exit at break even. So you have a little room if price closes back in the range and doesn't come straight to your stop loss. Just a few options for the stop loss thing. This should be good. I think it's gonna respect the level. Let's just wait for the retest. And also, I think it's gonna fill the whole range to the upside this time. I think it's time. It's finally time to push up. It has to be now. Gold is pushing up also. There's a level here on gold. Yeah, from what you see, you just check on the left. You don't have really much, so probably can come at this level here. Most likely. GJ is pushing a little bit more. If news come good, it just gives GBP a push, and we go to the next zone. Let's see what happens. Do you consider 430 as a resistance on this US dollar? No. No, I'm not considering. I think it's one time that it touched this. You have one candle here, but basically it was a fake out. And these two, not considering as it's too weak. It's not a decent level to talk about it. Just compare this to this one. It's way too big, and this is way too small to be considered as a problem here. And if you check the 4 hour, that level doesn't exist at all. Big levels are on both time frames, 1 hour and 4 hour. Weak levels, most of the time on the 4 hour you can't see them. Hello Sad, first time on stream. What do you do if the candle does a break and retest in the same candle? What do you mean? If the hour candle does a break and retest in the same candle? Yeah, I don't understand. And need to be more clarified. If the hour candle does a break and retest in the same candle, how do you mean? Send a chart maybe just to explain it a little bit more so I can understand it better. A break and retest with a hour candle. I agree with that, and you love at 400. Now the thing is, it's not strong enough to make this fail. That's what I'm trying to say. This level is not as strong as this one. It can make this level fail just because there was once a rejection there. And if you look at it, it's not even a level because price was rejecting from support. So what it does, it just creates a consolidation. So this basically was just a consolidation. Since price couldn't close or break below this, it just consolidated. And then you see this kind of level here. And this is way more stronger than this. You go to the 4 hour, where is that level? You don't see it at all. Here's the level that you need to worry about. How far would you say the candle should go before it's a point of no turn, gone too far for retest to be valid? It all depends on the left. If there's a zone on the left, it's a pretty big zone, and it's a valid zone to say that if it comes for retest, it's gonna be a fake out. Then that's a valid reason to not take it, or it has gone too far. If there's free traffic, it's never too far to come for a retest. If it's free traffic, because nothing is actually having impact when the retest comes to make some more continuation. So at this point, how far this can go to not be valid, I don't think there's a point right now, price, where we can say it's not valid yet. This is not valid if it comes all the way around here maybe, and then comes for retest, because that would be too far. But as I said, it all depends on the setup. It depends on the left if we have any kind of zone or not. At the end of the day, if you're too worried about this level here, which is not a problem for me at this point, what you can do is just take it half risk. If you think that is a bit risky, take it half risk, but chance of working out are much higher here than 50%, let's say. He means that 30 minutes does break a retest. No, he has to explain what does he mean. It just needs a small chart to tell me what does it mean, because I didn't understand that question. GJ didn't really do anything from the news here. Bad news for GBP, but we didn't have any rejection or something. Still saying the same. Probably just gonna wait for the interest rate decision, and after that we'll see what happens. GBP AUD, let me see. Oh, so pretty strong level. Pretty strong level. It's also a 4-hour level. Yeah, it does look nice when it breaks. GA is very volatile. Most of the time I would just skip it because it's too risky to trade. We didn't miss DJ trade, we just decided to not take it because we were here. We didn't want to take it. Some people took it, some not. It was a choice of not taking it or taking it. If he's talking about a break and a retest like this, if this is a candle and he's talking about a break above 1 wick, then no, I wouldn't take it. In one candle or something like that, it's a week. Or just 2 candles, would you take the break and retest? Probably not. It's a weak level. Can we take GJ on the 4-hour retest? The news are 2 hours away. Your choice if you want to take it. You can do whatever you want. It's 2 hours away. If you think that it might be a good idea, take it, you can. You risk your money and I risk mine. Or I don't risk them at all. I just wait and see what happens because it might be too risky. This is our setup here, NZD US dollar. We're gonna try to take this. A better break, better for us. We can choose if we want to take half or full risk because of that zone that's bothering people. Because of this one. If is this bar bothering you, you can take it half risk and not risk the full one. If you have any doubts, you can take it half or just skip it. You can skip it at all, wait for a better setup that has no doubts. Looks like it's gonna be a nice breakout. Not bad at all. What do you think about gold? Nothing. I think gold's gonna do something, but what? I don't know what. I don't know what gold's gonna do. Look, this is going to be our next trade. NZD US dollar. You can choose then if you want to take it or not. But this is going to be it. And I think we might use a smaller stop because it looks too big. There's no need. I think 10 pips is going to be enough. Did you find any trades in New York last night? No. There was only that trade that we took on London session, GBPUSD. this week we had only two trades. Last week we had like 5. This week only 2 until now. One in Monday and one yesterday. You no longer use that GIF when you counted the money. It was nice. I think I have it somewhere here. Did you find any trades today? Not yet. This is the first one. This is the one that we're looking to take. Don't you want to trade EURUSHF? No. I don't trade EURUSHF. But what are you looking at on your EURUSHF? EURUSHF. You're thinking about buys. Buys above this zone. You can trade it, but not me. I don't like EURUSHF. It tends to make a lot of fakeouts, so I don't trust it. But a buy above, yeah, it might work. It looks like a decent level. I said as the US dollar is going to buy. What will as the US dollar gonna buy? It's not gonna buy anything. We're gonna buy as the US dollar if it comes, but it's already going too far. It's 15 pips and it's gonna be hard to make a pullback here. It's going too far. No, if you can't trade NZD US dollar, don't go with NZD/JPY because they're different pairs. It doesn't mean that the NZD pairs aren't going to move the same. You'll probably be able to trade it soon.
Also, Euro US dollar, I think, looks quite good.
Who? Euro US dollar?
Yes.
Yeah, the level is good. I'm just worried if it's going to be affected. I'm worried if it was affected from a news and does something stupid. I still would go with as the US dollar. It has gone a little bit too far, but who knows? It might still come. We're just gonna wait for another 10 minutes and see what happens. We'll make a decision on what we want to take. Aussie dollar is having a promising setup too. Yeah, Aussie dollar also was pushing. I don't know where it is right now. Let's take a look at your chart with a lot of colors. Yeah, if it breaks that, we might have a good chance. We're gonna wait for a break there too. The next news are on GBP in 2 hours. Then we have some news in 3 hours 40 minutes, and some more USD news and some more USD news. It's a mess today. It is a mess. GA is pushing down also. Yes, it is. And it's gonna be a 4-hour breakout with no bottom wick. That would be even better. The 1 hour looks nice. You can take it if you want. You can take it, but not me. GA is very volatile, so I want to skip it. I'm gonna wait for NZD US dollar here. Let's see what it does, if it gives a retest or not. Maybe it's gonna take like two candles to come for a retest. That might be possible, like how it happened here. One candle, then the second one comes after, makes the retest, then the pullback to the upside. Something like this. The next one comes also, but at the same time it goes bullish. I expect something like this. What's your opinion on what will happen with the GU? We're talking about GBP for like 2 hours now. There's interest rate decision. There's news coming out. It is dangerous to trade GBP right now. Look here, interest rate decision. It's high impact. It's high impact. If you have GBP pairs or trades positions on, make sure you secure them or do something with them, because news coming out, it's either gonna be your lucky day or your worst day after that. Pick and choose, but I wouldn't leave any positions open during the news unless you can afford to do that and use a stop. Hopefully you don't get slippage. It might go your way, but that's like a little gambling. For me, this is my only option right now. EURUSD is pretty much the same. I mean, it doesn't have a breakout like NZD/USD, but it's closer. Since Euro had a lot of news, I'm a little bit skeptic about this. That's why I'm trying to stick with NZD/USD. There's a guy now in country who makes over 1K from the fundamental news. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. How is he called? Fundamental Peep Lord? if that's the guy.
So just to know, Euro USD.
Yes.
I saw it, but I want to ask you about it's not like it's inside a big consolidation, and I don't know, it's not a clear level, but it's a level like it's an area where price has been rejected so many times. So as to how do you see it?
EU, right?
Yeah.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the 1 hour?
You can see in the 1 hour. You can see very like
Yes.
This all the consolidation, but especially the first I don't know obstacle I would price can find is this one.
Yeah. So that might have a fact that might be a problem maybe. We drew the zone from where we recently price was rejecting, but yeah, I guess this can be two, and then this can be two also.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's an area where I don't know price already arrived. So
yeah, it's the whole big consolidation box, and these are probably more than enough reasons to not take it right now.
Okay.
I think so.
Sometimes there is a consolidation, price go inside, so we can say that was a fake out, but I think it's not this the case.
No, this is not the case actually.
Okay.
To be honest, I didn't really look deeper in the zone to see that there's many levels. I was just looking overall, but you're right. It's not a point where you have a consolidation box and you have two big levels and a middle level. It's not the point, because here you have some rejections here, some above. There's plenty of zones in just a small consolidation. It's not okay. So yeah, it's the right way to skip this and not take anything while price is here.
Have a look now at UJ. Maybe it's another lost trade.
No, it's not. We talked about UJ.
Yeah.
It's a very big resistance here on the 4 hour.
Okay.
It's a massive zone actually. You gotta be careful.
Oh yeah, because here, the one I had is this here. This one. Wait, no. Yeah, a bit lower than this.
Yeah, but you have so many rejections here. You have so many here. It's a mess basically.
Okay.
It's a mess. You're gonna have some here below that. I think the best level was this, but we didn't get a chance there at all.
No.
It pushed straight because this was the best level. It was a daily 1-2, a 1 hour level, a 4 hour level, so it was the safest place to enter on UJ was here. But since we passed through that without any retest, then we can't do anything there for now.
Okay.
This NZD US dollar looks the best. Otherwise, anything else is just a mess. Can we take gold? Looks like it has break-in. You can do whatever you want, but not me. I'm not trading gold. I'll just go with a safe pair like NZD US dollar here, which can work out pretty nicely. I don't think we're gonna come here and go straight for a fake out because it wouldn't make any sense. This is a strong zone. It should be respected. Maybe not have a full move to the upside, but at least we're gonna have like a 10 pip projection whenever we come. I believe so. Since every time price came here, every time it did respect a level, should do the same. It's just the same history will happen as always. There's nothing special here. A breakout, a retest, continuation.
GA is making a nice break as well.
Yeah, GA too, but I said I'm not taking GA because it's too volatile.
Yeah.
And I don't really trust it that much. Let's see a break and retest here in GA. Let's see, so at this time you would see this as a very good zone and a breakout. See how many times it came deeper in the zone. You would get stopped like 2-3 times before even having some profit here. You can see all these wicks. These tell you that make some deep pullbacks and it's not safe. Let's see, let's find a break somewhere. See what happens when it breaks. Okay, this is a good level. It's a good level. Let's see what happens. So you get a good breakout here. Price comes for a retest. Comes all the way deep here. Another 20-30 pips. Stops you out, then goes all the way up. Good job, GA. Then what happens here? It makes a small breakout. Happens to be a fake out. Okay, that's good. Another bad reason to not trust GA. Okay, let's see here. What a nice level. A breakout. Price actually went to the next zone. So that might be another reason why this turned into fake out, because went back all the way down, closed back in the range. Then it closed above, then a retest, but at this point you don't want to trade this pair anymore.
Yeah.
It's just too messy. It's not safe to trade. It might work. Of course, there's always a chance that it might work, but based on the previous moves, it's not very trusty. As the US dollar, we have a close right now. It closed around 12 pips above resistance. Is there a chance it might come for a retest? Hopefully it does. Not fully sure, but I hope it comes. How long it's gonna take, that's another question. It might take an hour or two, or it might come right away. But since it's a big breakout, it just might take a little longer. Might take longer. Is CADJPY ready to get in? Let's see. CADJPY is already at resistance, as you can see here. So a retest at this zone that we talked about earlier was valid if price didn't come to the next zone. But now it's already at the next zone, so if price is coming from another zone to make a retest here, there's a higher chance that a fake out might happen. So that's a reason why we gonna skip it. GA, as I said, it's the 1-0 looks perfect. I'm just worried about deep pullback or something like that. And you guys are forgetting that there's news coming up. Okay, the news is in 2 hours. You might say it can't work until then. There's a lot of time. If that's the point, then you can take it. It's your choice. But I want to go with a safe one here with US dollar if it comes. Only if it comes. if it pushes here, makes a new high, I'll probably skip. After that, I think I'm gonna skip. Don't want to take it anymore, because that's gone too far at that point. If it makes a new high. They're very slow until now. Pretty slow. So I'm gonna have to go now. I'm just telling you guys what we're gonna do in case not, but you guys, except for the ones that are in my group, are not gonna hear from me. We're gonna try to enter on GU at 0.70320. I think 320. $320 we try to take it. Gonna use a 10 pip stop loss. But this is only valid if price doesn't make a new high here and pushes around here. That would be too far. It's closer to the resistance than our retest zone. So if it comes around here, makes a new high, I'll probably skip it. It has gone too far after. And this is what we're gonna do. For other pairs, I'm not sure right now. We don't really have any setups. All we can do is just wait. All we can do is wait until maybe some other setup comes. Aussie dollar is good also if it breaks to the upside, but there's also USD news. We just might end up with no trade today, and it's acceptable because there's too much news. Other than this, I don't have anything else to say. Have a nice day, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Sead. Thanks to you.
See you on the group. Everything happens, I'm gonna be here. And yeah, thank you everyone for being here today. See you later. For some, see you tomorrow. Same time. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.
Thanks, Sid.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Have a nice day. All the best